And Sam Georgia on the communications so Ghana or say Ghana to enact law against misinformation and disinformation. Communication minister say Ghana di mrabi ba eye mra ebeko eye atro in kontompo eni bosremuka inti enche bia no ye be semra emra sebio ye be no Ghana memu a se wo start se o twatro to obi so na woni nyina so se wo be ka asem for Sami Jemfi ho na woni nyina so wo be ka asem fa John Mahama ho na woni nyina so o ka asem fa Kevin Taylor ho na woni nyina so a samra na ye be no e wo se ukoyi ano wo court e wo se etumi chew ne edu tu fiase we say MPP Bobeba power biom no na is 42 years and over. And I support this 100%. The MPP thrives on misinformation and disinformation. That is the backbone and bile of this tribal piglet party. Eye atro any other party no. Inti samra we are ebano. We are going to see say you will see say the NPP communication will break down. The NPP communication, after this law has been enacted, the communication of the NPP will break down. I don't think they want to mean teacher, I want to me, TV so, ADD Mahama tem, Eka Sem to Mahama so, Osro. Da ben out the chairman want to me, Abronye, Akasetia Ibrahim Mahama, Osro. Da ben I won't say Abwa Papon, Owusu Bempa, Kotina Wano, Wakasetia John Mahama physically, personally, Ana Ibrahim Mahama, Ana government appointee bia. Osro, because they know the law is now going to work. Ain't this Misinformation and Disinformation Act? I am going to champion it. I am going to support the minister Sam George to make sure say Parliament will pass this law. The MPP will collapse because then Emradawa so be general ka Joyce Bawa Butari 17 na oni nyina so a ye betwa years ato ho. I actually panel to improve here also could defiase. So we can Lord in a Mahama 17. Now when to me engina or engina so and can some no can say when engina so also could defiase. Me see your parcel law we are other platforms in Yabigu. That is the difference between NDC and MPP. The NDC was built out of truth, honesty. The MPP was built out of tribalism and lies. And say them run to war. You see how the men will separate themselves from the boys. And that has been our hallmark. And I am so happy to see this. Because this will change the dynamics. It will change how we see politics in Ghana. Politics, pa. We Jimmy and I want to say. We are Jimmy for a politician, dadao. But politics is your life. So we be with you catch us say media mania politics or we Jimmy for. Every single decision you take as a Ghanaian is based on politics and what the politician will do, say, the actions they will take, and then they decide your future as a Ghanaian today. Your life tomorrow. So, China, it is the politician who will decide for you in Ghana. And so, out of hypocrisy, say, media mania politics, Jimmy for it means, Obrana Obon, Krawon Tiasie. That politician can use you like a fool. You need to understand. Say, you need to be abreast of issues. I'm not saying go do active politics. Men ko jina simpie ni emien to swaba. Men ko jina parliament enko shemra. But be abreast of the issues. Be part of the conversation. That is the only way. Wo bra because obi na eko tina dem. Aka se e wo se e pe kwan bi near faso near stopping galam say. Eti I was so ma wone yete. There was so adwunkyere wo tirim because nsuo no say a politician no obeto nsuo abrochira nom wo na obenum nsuo na ase no. Enti sa wote se obi aka kire say menya politics a any person that met so ka say I don't do politics we Jimmy to the point to say onim say ne life on earth mameka be nchiro. You as a Christian and a Muslim, we all believe in something, and that is we believe in God. And we all believe that one day we will die. And when we die, there is another world that we are going. We are not taking the flesh. We are going to leave everything behind and go to that world that we all believe in, right? But as far as you're on this planet, somebody will have to make rules and regulations for you to survive. So the moment you think, say, you don't want to be part of that decision making, you are not counted as the people who have to survive. And if somebody will capitalize on your foolishness and your ignorance and your idea thinking, say, I don't want to be part of the decision making, they will capitalize and step on you and make you a dog. You'll be the slave. Into politics in general is very important for every single man, a part of our lives. Do not ever say, men politics, men can be that. Be interested in politics. Because then Bibi ko ye mawa because of politics. You be na shemra ema bibi ko ye maw. Obi so na shemra bi na bibi tiaw. It you always have to be part of the conversation. And the conversation should be right. And we should be part of a conversation that is healthy, a conversation that is not about, at the end of the day, maligning people and lying about people, but a conversation that we will use facts to do what? Make our point. And it's in our other platform with Swa. You see senior officers, veterans in Kwara before they are all here because on say Kevin Taylor die or the Ukraine bema bobe di watama so a very important ongano eleleno yebeka ho. And that is what we all need to understand. Into this is very important. Well, when your politics with your taxes, me and your politics with your taxes. Now then, I would your tax. I hope so because take a decision now. You need to be part of the decision making. So with your taxes in Kwadia, you have to do politics. You have to be part of the conversation. Be part of the dialogue. You can't say free SHS. I say, in Kwara, Edin Kwasiamona, President can say, young, have a dialogue. No, it was every parent who has a kid in school, whether primary or senior high school, you have to be part. You can't say, yeah, having a dialogue on our education, our free SHS, no. In primary school parents in free. Yes, Ghana for because Obama OGSS, no, in the next year or two, Obera SS. So you need to be part of even that conversation. Obama put the hope. As far as you pay taxes, you should be part of the conversation. It's memo being that out that. And I said this group of people now your politics, they been see that. The moment I decided to team no ombe yuzu sabua unyansuo nom unyejuma nye omunya kwan mao because when the classify who say there are some group who only think for you. You need to be part of the thinkers. You need to be part of the decision making. You need to also contribute. You need to let people know say oka sadie we hu. Into Ghanaians, young people coming up, I see majority of you guys making videos, going to places, showing things you don't like. It is very healthy. Keep on doing it. Make sure you back it with facts. Let the government know that these are all part of our civil responsibility. The civic education part of it is also part. Let's not just let some people feel, say, where the papa a friend of Oriata, where the papa a friend of Kufuado, where the free Ebusia Wemu, into Omunkwan, a deep power. They thought to say, yeah, Jimmy. And that even when they are fooling, we still have to give them the opportunity to rule because in their heads, they belong to the up and we belong to the lower part. No. Every single Ghanaian is important when it comes to decision making and especially when it comes to politics. Mema Sofu bin dadao. Mema eye sebio imam bin dadao. Mema eye sebio mami bi ana papa bin dadao. You are a Ghanaian, you are paying taxes, you should be part of the conversation. From 2017 to 2024, because we are not part of the conversation, majority of Ghanaians took a step back and said, oh, yeah, dear, politics. You saw how Ekufuado denigrated and ran this country down. Baumia, Kennedy, Japan, or Seche Mensa Bonsu. Because we gave them the idea, say, yeah, politics. But who was taking the hits? Why am I not say abroad omude Ghana excavator essay nyina through Galamsey Yenia Ekufuado was drinking water from the UK. Yofi Grant went into an interview carrying foreign water. They never drink water from Ghana. But in the first place, we were supposed to be part of the conversation to force them to do the right thing. You see, yeah, politics. Near to Ghana, yeah, politics. We na politics. Now we money di na Jankromania contract $24 million. Now akosi nsuomu nam na Ekufuado ma obi any certificate, obi any resume, obi any ejuma wa ye wona brabom. The omunima na say yaware abojantra. They were making billions at our expense because you see here yenya politics. Ye de ekoso no yempe ba yenka they run you people down because na ye mu bi ye Jimmy. So you need to be part of this conversation. I will never on any day sit on my platform and tell anybody not to talk about the government. Now then about the media. But make sure the Misinformation and Disinformation Act, that law is about to be enacted. Be careful. Jandam is dangerous. Because of Jandam, nipa bi beko jail, omo mefie biem. Jandam is dangerous. As we sit, some people don't have peace in their heart. They know they have committed a crime. They know every single day they can be picked up and taken to court. They know. They are not happy. They are sad inside. Because they know dealings, it is against the laws of the land. And that is what I am trying to advise the young people. So ubeko jail. The time does not matter. If you come to Ghana if your man come to Ghana, you are a foolish boy. We are kwasia and our papa Jimmy and our mammy. Me say, you people need to understand. Ye beshemra. Then listen to this advice because suits are going to fly all over the place.